Hello, we're back. Fractions assignment, level 4. Let's get into it. Intro. Okay, without wasting any time, let's get right into it. We have a few different skills we're going to be talking about today, and we need to make sure that we are mastering these before we move on to the new stuff, right? So let's look and jump right in. You can see my screen. It's a little blurry today. Working on that. And it says simplify each and write your answer as a mixed number when possible. So when we're simplifying fractions, we want to make sure that we are looking for greatest common factor of both of these numbers. So we can do our whole ladder method and 6 and 18. And I know a factor of 6 is that, and 18 is that. And then we have our primes down here. So we can do that. Or we can simply use our understanding of our multiplication table. So we can just think in our head, 6 and 18 are actually multiples of one another. And we can divide both the top and the bottom by 6. Remember, when you're making an equivalent fraction, we can just simply divide or multiply the top and the bottom by the same number, and it creates an equivalent fraction depending on what we need. So when we do this, we're going to get our new and equivalent fraction of 1 over 3. Next question, 1b, 3 and 15. Again, we can do our ladder method, and we can say 3, 15, 3 can be divided by 3 once, and 15 divided by 3 is 5. So the greatest common factor is 3. We don't have to do that though, but I would like you to show your work by dividing, and showing our equivalent fraction of 1/5. Question number 1c, 9 and 21. Now this one's, they're not, they have a common factor, but they are not multiples of each other. 9 is not a multiple, or 21 is not a multiple of 9. So let's look at the greatest common factor. Let's do our ladder method, 9, 21. We have 3, that'd be 3, and that's 7. So do 3 and 7 have a common factor? No, they do not. So we stop there. The GCF is 3. So let's divide both by 3. Divide both by 3, and we're going to get 3/7 as our answer. 3/7. On to the next, 12 and 20. Once again, both an even number, not a multiple of one another, right? So 12 can't multiply into 20, but they have a common factor for sure. And I'm going to say, using my knowledge of multiplication, that the greatest common factor is going to be 4. Like, you could do 2. Let's play it out with 2 and see what happens. 2, and then we have 6/10. And that's an equivalent fraction, but that's not actually the lowest equivalent fraction. That's still, they have a common factor between these two numbers. We can divide by 2 again, divide by 2, and we're going to have the equivalent fraction of 3/5. And now there's no common factor greater than 1 and 3/5, so our answer is going to be 3/5. No problemo. So 24 over 28, greatest common factor of these two numbers. Interesting. 24 and 20. Let's do our ladder method. 24, 28, just to be sure. 2, that's going to be 12 and 14. Still another 2. Make my line better. 6 and 7. So 6 and 7 now don't have a common factor. So our GCF is going to be 2 times 2, which will be equal to 4. If I do vertical multiplication in a weird way. 4. Our GCF is going to be 4. So they're both divisible by 4. I'm just going to move this out of the way. So we can divide by 4, divide by 4. And 24 divided by 4 is going to be 6/7. 6/7. And you can't simplify that anymore. Equivalent fraction. Circle our answer. F, 30 over 48. Common factor. 6? 6 going to be a common factor? I think it is. 48. What times 6 is 48? Is it 8? 8 times 6? Yeah. So let's go 6 divided by 6 divided by 6. And this is going to be an equivalent fraction of 5/8. 90 over 54. Okay, so now we're getting into some improper fractions. So we want to let's do some work where we're going to get, first we're going to pull the whole out of here, right? There's definitely 54 parts within this 90. So we'll pull the whole out and then we'll simplify. So first we'll create a mixed fraction, and then we'll simplify. So this is going to be equal to 1 and something over 54. And that something is going to be 90 minus 54. So 90 minus 4 is going to be 86. 86 minus 50 is going to be 36. 36 over 54. Now, can we simplify this? They're definitely both divisible by 2. Divisible by 2. So this is going to be... So it's going to change the music. Doot. There we go. That's a little more chill. 36 divided by 2 is going to be 18. 18 over 54 divided by 2 is 27. And now, it's still a common factor. I can see it. Is 9. 9, and that's going to be 2/3. So our final answer is going to be 1 and 2/3. I hope you can stick along with my process there. 90 54ths is 1 and 2/3. H. I'm going to see if I can get out of the work over here. All right, H. 30/12. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to see how many groups of 12 we can get from 30. So 30 minus 12, and then minus another 12 is going to be 6. So we're going to be, this is going to be equal to 2 and 6/12. 2 and 6/12. Yeah. 12 plus 12 is 24. 30 minus 24 is 6. 6/12. And this can be reduced. The greatest common factor is 6. And we can simply change this to 2 and 1/2. Are you serious? I hate when that happens on these worksheets. Surprise, it's the same question again. 30/12. Well, I'm just going to do this. 2 and 1/2. I just did that in this one. Isn't that funny? Okay. 27/18. So I can definitely take one group of 18, leaving 9/18. So this is going to be equal to 1 and 9/18, because I've taken a whole group of 18 from 27. But now I can simplify this by dividing by the greatest common factor, which is 9. 9 is a factor of itself. And so this is going to equal 1/3. So my answer is going to be 1 1/3. 16/12. So I'm going to make an equivalent fraction, a mixed number, and I'm going to say that it's going to be 1 whole group of 12 and 16, and there's going to be 4/12 remaining. So 16 minus 12 is going to equal 4. Right? That's where I'm getting my numbers from. And then I can simplify this by dividing both by 4, and this is going to be equal to 1 and 1/3. 60/24. This is question 1L. 60/24. Is there 2? Yes, there is. So 24 times 2 is 48. 60 minus 48. It's going to be 2 groups of 24 within 60. 2 groups from there. 2 whole groups. And then we're going to have 48. 60 minus 48, which is going to be 12. 12/24. And then both of these have a greatest common factor of 12. Which is going to equal our answer of 2 wholes and 1/2. Right? Because 12 divided by 12 is 1, and 24 divided by 12 is 2. All right, so we're going to add these up and then write the answer as a mixed number if it has one. So let's go. All right, so we're going to start with A, 2A. 4/3 plus 2/3 is going to equal 5/3, and 5/3 must be simplified because that's equal to 1 and 2/3. Right? You want to subtract your group of 3 from 5, and then turn that into a whole. And then what do you have left? 1 and 2/3. Let's do B. 2B. 5, 6, and 4/3. We can just work with 1/2 of this equation because there's a greatest common factor between 3 and 6, where 6 is a multiple of 3. So we can just multiply this side by 3 to turn it into 6 to have a common denominator. And then we're going to go rewrite our fraction. It's going to be equal to 5/6 plus 12/6. Whoa. I made a mistake here. Let's back up a little bit. We don't multiply by 3. We multiply by 2. There we go. 5/6 plus 8/6, which will be equal to 13/6. And you can get 2 whole groups of 6 from 13/6. So within that 13 here, there is 2 whole groups of 6 and 1 6 remaining. 2 and 1/6 as a mixed fraction. Question C, 8/5 plus 2/3. Now, the lowest common multiple of these two numbers, of our denominators, 5 and 3, lowest common multiple is going to be 5 times 3. We have to sort of do, it's called cross multiplying. We're going to multiply each fraction by the by its partner. So we're going to go times 3 times 3 times 5 times 5. And we're going to rewrite this fraction. So 5 times 2, 5 times 3, and opposite, 5 times 3, 5 times 2. So this is going to keep our fractions equivalent, but give us a fraction with common denominators. Next song. All right. So let's go to write this out. 8 times 3 is going to be 24/15 plus 10/15 is going to be equal to 34/15. Now we need to write this in a mixed fraction. So 34/15. I can take 2 whole groups of 15 from there. 15 can be taken 2 groups out of there. 15 plus 15 is going to be 30, and 34 minus 30 is going to be 4. So 2 and 4/15. That's my answer, 2 and 4/15. Fine. Yeah, so we're going to have to cross multiply again on these. The lowest common denominator is going to result from finding the lowest common multiple of these two numbers, 4 and 3, and the lowest common multiple is going to result from multiplying them directly together. So 4 times 3 is 12, and again, we're going to do that cross multiply and rewrite our new fractions. And it will look like 4 times 3 and 5 times 3 and 4 times 4 and 3 times 4. And we'll rewrite our fractions. So 15/12 plus 16/12. Two improper fractions. 2 improper fractions. That's okay. We'll deal with that at the end. So we're left with 15 plus 16, which is going to be 30. 31/12. And we can rewrite this as, how many groups of 12 are in 31? There's 1 group is 12. 2 groups is 15. I'm going to put my side cam up here. 1 group is 12, 2 groups is 24, and I can't go out anymore. So 31 minus 24, 2 whole groups so far. 31 minus 24 is going to be equal to 7. So 7/12. 2 and 7/12 will be my answer. 5/1 and 6/5 and 1/5. 5/6 plus 1/5. So lowest common denominator between these two, lowest common multiple is going to be 30, which is fine. Just some bigger numbers to work with. 5 times 6, and this will be, oh, sorry, making mistakes here. 5 times 6 times 6, rewrite our fraction. 25 30ths plus 6 30ths. Add these together, this will be 31 30ths, which will be equal to 1 and 1/30th. Circle our square, our answer. Okay, oh, even larger ones. Lowest common multiple of 8 and 5. What is that going to be? We have to do our, using our multiplication again, right? Is there anything that 8 and 5 go into that's lower than multiplying them together? There's not. It's 40. So larger numbers yet again. 5 times 5 times 8 times 8. This is going to equal our equivalent fraction addition sentence of 15 40ths plus 16 40ths, which is going to equal 31 40ths. 31 and 40, did they have a common factor greater than 1? They do not. That's as simplified as it gets. All right, question number 3A, or all three, are all subtraction. Find each difference. Write your answer as mixed number when possible. I don't know how many mixed numbers there are going to be. We start off with one with already common denominators, 12s. So this one's simply showing my work here. It's simply going to be 4 12ths. Aha, this is showing my work. It's simplified into divide by 4, divide by 4. It's going to be 1/3. Answer is 1/3. Okay, 5 and 4. We know these. We've done 5 and 4 a few times already. The lowest common multiple of 5 and 4 is going to be 20. And it results by times 4, times 4, times 5, times 5. Write our new equivalent fraction of 16 20ths plus, minus 15 20ths. Now we have common denominator, and we can rewrite or get to our answer, which is going to be 1/20th. 1/20th. Circle our answer. Common denominator between these two will be 6. We'll go times 3 times 3 times 2 times 2. Write our new equivalent fraction of 9/6 plus 8, it's not plus, subtract 8/6. And it's going to leave us with an amount of 1/6. That is our answer. We can't simplify that anymore. 2 and 7, they are going to multiply together to get the simplest or the lowest common denominator. And times 2 times 2. This is going to equal an equivalent fraction of 21/14 minus 18/14, which will be equal to 3/14. Do we need to simplify that? 3 and 14 do not have a common factor that is greater than 1. So that is our answer. That is as simplified as it gets. 9/5 and 3 halves. 3 2s. They are... You have to cross multiply again. You will go multiply this whole side by 2. Multiply this whole side by 5. Write our new fraction. New equivalent fraction with like denominators. This will be equivalent. 18 tenths minus 15 tenths will be equal to 3 tenths, and we cannot simplify that any more than that. 3/5 and 5/3 to find the great lowest common fraction here, lowest common denominator. We're going to multiply, cross multiply again. It's a very common thing to do because we've done it over and over and over again. And here. So our new equivalent fraction will be 25/15 minus 3/15, and it will be equal to 22/15, which will be equal to 1 and 7/15. And you can't simplify that. 7 and 15 do not have a common factor greater than 1. Okay, that was worksheet fractions assignment 4. I hope it helped me working along with you today. I'm tired. It's bedtime. Remember, don't stop. Math it up.